It's like a town hall thing.
If we have it on the agenda, yes, it's on the agenda.
Yeah. Well, he's been sitting with stuff for 2 years, so.
Well, you do that one. The comments are on there. You gotta say,
It has to be on.
Has to be on items on the agenda.
That's right.
What's on the agenda right now?
New business. When I contract and.
We bring the resolutions. I think the transfer fund should do a thing.
We're on video.
So it's something about win rates, and it's some of your transfer funds.
That's on the day you want to sleep in. I don't have to get this receiver.
Certain ones you can turn that on. Big group ones, if you want, because you can take yourself out of the business, you can get to it. I get them all weird noise anyways, because I'm getting stuff from the work, you know, because humidity's too high in this place, or pressure, air, or whatever. Well, it's a legal system. We have a trained building on the council, we have a trained for the data centers and levers. Yeah, I got 3 of them. Yeah. Big crack units.
I'm sorry?
Where's the crack unit?
We do it differently. Yeah, we pressurize the floor.
You guys live, y'all have where it's floors?
Yeah, but the pressurize the floor so the crack is just.
Yeah.
And then there's vents form over there.
Right.
It's the rate of the cold air.
Yeah.
From the cabin.
Yeah.
Inside the cabin.
Correct, yeah.
And then it goes through the stuff in the cabin, out the back into the golf. They want to open the
No,
I was like, you
no,
can't
the cabin guy was got to breathe now.
But they're more bits in the
Right, right. Yeah, I was used to it. I worked around. So I think I can. Yeah, I used to go, yeah. This is my one thing.
But even that, they say, don't cool them off, I can't be working, it's causing condensation.
Yes.
We're running 73 degrees.
I would say. That's your.
72, 73.
Ours around 72.
Right, 72, 73, right?
We just have.
One of the big ones.
Make the introduction.
It's like, air in the system, that's all it is.
Yeah.
And that's how they keep it cool. It's like, not really cool air, that's 73 here.
No, I just have a small.
That's how they keep it. That's how they keep it. All those big ones up there, they don't, the whole walls are a huge system. They use the open louvers more than they do. If you're talking fans, speed up. Circulates it doesn't do fans. Some of these areas, I can't go there, they just lose. So you don't get dust. I think we're gonna. They're ready. That clock, I'm gonna fix that clock, Will.
Yeah.
Are you?
It doesn't blink anymore.
At 11:29.
Perfect time.
I call to order the Board of Trustees special meeting for December 26, 2023, and the time is now 11:30. Roll call. Ms. Brown?
Trustee Evans,
Here.
Trustee Johnson,
Here.
Trustee McKee,
Here.
and Fiscal Officer Varian is excused.
I move to adopt the agenda as presented. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll discussion, please.
Yeah, I just want to state again, another agenda without any input from me as trustee or even that I can make this meeting. Luckily, things are going to change.
You got the agenda. You got the notification by email, just so make it clear. Stop being a victim. And that's what you continually to do, Mr. Evans. You know, I know it's all about you trying to pay back, not about, being a trustee, but it's all about payback. But stop it, okay? You're going to be able to do what you want to do, because that's what it's all about. It's not about running the township the way it should be ran.
Mm-hmm.
Roll call?
Trustee Evans,
Yes.
Trustee Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee McKee.
Yes. Public comments are limited to 3 minutes. Please, if you have public comments, please come up to the podium, state your first, last name, and also the address for the record.
And that's the on the agenda.
Yes. I'm sure the ones that are in here know that, but. Comments, mister? You have any comments tonight? You have any comments?
No.
Okay. Anybody? No comments? Okay. All righty, so we'll just move into our new business, which is wind waste. I move to authorize Nita Hanson to provide a written notice to wind waste of the township desire to extend the term of the contract pursuant to paragraph 22, page 16 of the proposal and the specifications of the residential refuge recycling yard waste collection. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion, please.
Yes, I'd like to know what criteria was used to move this forward. Why does the board think this is a good idea?
Mrs. Hanson, do you have
Yeah, I'd be
anything?
happy to address that. So, Mr. Evans, as you know, at least as of November 25th of 2023, you forwarded to Mr. Burkholder the document that was not in my possession that had the renewal at 110%. And you invited him to call you to discuss. You didn't send it to me. You didn't ask to discuss it with me. You didn't send it to your board. You also sent to Mr. Burkholder on the same day the bids or information that Harrison Township had developed that gave you the opinion that you stated at our last meeting that renewing this contract at 110% was in the best interest of the township. So despite having the information, you waited until the trustee comments at our last meeting to bring this to my attention in order to have an apparent gotcha moment. When I established on our calendar the renewal of the contract, I didn't have these bid specifications. The contract document itself provides for renewal within 90 days, which is what I had calendared on our master calendar. But even with that information, you did nothing to bring this to my attention or to bring it to the attention of your board. Instead, you only gave information to Mr. Burkholder, and neither of you did anything except use it for an opportunity to try to have a gotcha moment.
Yeah.
So now that we have an opportunity to fix this, we're
That's why
gonna.
we're here.
No,
Well,
I don't know
my-
if that
my-
is
my-
responsive to your.
Yeah,
No,
it's a shame. It's a shame, Mr. Evans, that you would, these got you moments, try to make our administrator, Ms. Hanson, look bad at every corner that you can do that. You're doing it with Mr. Burkholder. You've done this for over a year. Okay, and it's ridiculous that you're doing this.
And
Because
then,
you want to stop her. It's ridiculous. She's doing her job. Okay, it's not even, you guys don't want to be trustees. You just want to get somebody to stop for power. This is the example of us not getting the business taken care of because you tried to make things go sabotage. You tried to sabotage it.
and then at, I think, 4:30 in the morning on December the 20th, the day after our meeting, you send an email to our vendor indicating you're shocked. Well, I don't know how you would be shocked since you had the information and you withheld it and didn't bring it to my attention or anyone else's.
no, this is a complete storytelling, and this is why there's no due diligence in this township, no proper administration. The contract stated clearly the provisions, and I've been shut out from everything for Miss McKee, please, for over a year and a half, and the administrator and staff and other trustees refused to work.
Is that why
Miss
you've been
McKee,
forwarding all your stuff?
point of order, I'm speaking.
Is that why you're forwarding your stuff?
Point
to
of
Burkholder?
order, I'm speaking.
You're
It's
unpaid
my 3
consultant?
minutes.
So he can do your job.
Point of order.
Okay.
So you've refused to work with me, and Mr. Burkholder is the only one that has worked with me since there was zero transition from the prior administration of John Carlo. So, yes, no, I still have submitted. So the proper due diligence is.
Talking, Mark, because we're gonna fix it. I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. Last minute, you're not listening to your mouth.
It's 3 minutes,
So,
is it correct?
Yes,
What do you gotta do to fix
See,
this?
you don't
Roll
care.
call. I don't care.
Trustee Evans, roll call, trustee Evans.
For what?
Rosalind just asked for a roll call
For
to pass her motion.
On the motion.
Oh, for that, okay.
Yes, because I did my due diligence.
Trustee Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee McKee.
Yes. Okay, so we're moving over to, thank you, Ms. Brown, for doing the roll call. Over to I move to authorize up to, excuse me, $350 a year allowance to New Gen 2 for the janitorial supplies. Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Why isn't this included in the cleaning fees and the contract charge? Typically, cleaners provide those services now.
The contract is for services, for the cleaning services themselves. It is not, it's outside of any supplies that would be necessary.
Roll call, Mrs. Brown.
Trustee Evans.
Yes.
Trustee Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee McKee.
Yes. Okay, I move to Resolution 2312-2601, resolution for the transfer for the funds and amend the 2023 appropriation to transfer from 1,000 general fund to the funds of 2031 roads for the road crew expenses in the amount of $2,000. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Discussion?
Why are we transferring? We just put like a boatload of money over there.
Fiscal
Like
officer.
$400,000.
Yeah.
Why are we wanting out in 2,000?
Yeah.
Is it? How big
This-
is it?
Yes, this is required because the fund for the withholding taxes is not adequate for the road crew to be paid this year. So if they are going to get paid, they need this, and that's one of the reasons why when you do a budget, you don't do it to the exact number, that you have some leeway in it. So Julie got to the end of the year, figured this account out, and it's short. So she needs this in order to pay the road crew.
Mr.
No additional expenses or anything. It's the same expenses. It's just transferring money into that
That got
account.
road and bridge, by the transfer, not general.
That is what she requested.
Mr. Burko, you have anything to say on this?
Why would we have anything to say?
I'm just curious.
It don't make any sense to me.
Well, if we want the road crew paid, this needs to be done. And again, there's no additional expenses. There's no increase in expenses or fees or anything. It's just a transferring of a fund. The fiscal officer requested this. If you had questions directly of her, this was known for a while. And I believe everybody knows that she is on vacation out of state, so she should have been contacted directly. I spoke with her and got all the information.
Of course. You speak to her, but you won't speak to your administrator.
So we put 400,000 in road and bridge fund, but I guess, where'd that go?
It's a lot, yeah.
I'm baffled by it.
Yeah. Transfer, we've had so many transfers, and it's just
Can you transfer within
within a bucket.
within the same account
Yes.
without having to go through this? Because I knew to go from one fund to another, you have to.
Right.
Main funds, like from general to that.
Right.
You have to go the other way too, or not?
That would be a question for your fiscal officer.
No,
My
to-
understanding is she needed this because she's taking it from the general to the road and bridge.
Right,
Two different
exactly.
Not from within the road and bridge.
Correct, that's what
To
his
the
question
payroll
was.
tax.
Right.
She's pulling it from the general fund, not within the road crew.
But I'm saying, if you pull it from the road and bridge fund, would you need to have authorization from us, since it's already in there?
Not if you're within that
She
bucket.
does within, she has to have the motions that she gives you guys within the road and bridge fund, but to do it from the general fund to the road and bridge fund, she needs it as a resolution. I can't answer the question on the 400,000, but I do know Julie left this with me and said she needed it in order to pay the taxes for the road.
and you're talking about road and bridge fund. We've got a lot of paving. We've got a lot of salary expense in there, well over 400,000. The road and bridge funds and taxes that come in do not cover the full expense.
I don't have her email, I just printed the
Well, I just-
attachments for you guys.
So
Do you
then
want
you,
her email?
so you need a motion to transfer within a fund, is that correct, Laura?
My understanding
Actually,
is
pull
if
it up, I
she's
can read
going within the, like within the appropriation codes in the general fund, between appropriation fund numbers, she can do it with motion, but to go from the general fund to the road and bridge fund, she needs this resolution, and then you have to amend the appropriation so she can turn it into, down to
My
the
question
audit.
is, why is she doing that versus just, motion
My
to
guess
transfer.
is she doesn't have enough in the
Because she
road and
needs
bridge
it-
fund within the, I don't
She
know why.
needs additional funds in the road and bridge fund.
we
If there were funds in there, she could just move it.
just put 400,000 in, where'd it all go? We just put $400,000 in.
And didn't we just pay the roads, the paving?
Absolutely no carryover to road and bridge fund?
This board was just talking about not transferring 5,000 and just doing it 1,000 on what the fiscal officer wanted. Again, if you had questions, would have been wise to ask her prior to this meeting.
Mr. Evans, I've reached out to her, I don't know, on several occasions. phone calls. This is an example of, thank you so much, we've had several transfers.
Transfers are very typical.
No, they're
Amendments to
not. No, they're
budgets
not.
are
No,
very
they're not.
typical. Yes, they
No,
are.
they're not.
But Violet Township
Okay,
amends their
I'm
budget 20
comparing us
times a
to
year.
other people, Mr. Evans. Okay.
This is-
According to Mrs. Varian, she attached a batch report showing the funds are too low to pay the payroll liabilities.
I attached all of the documents
So
to
we,
your packets
right, I
that
know
she
you
had
did,
attached.
I know
to
you
that.
did, but I'm making sure that the residents,
But I just wanted to let
Understood.
Jeff know it was.
yeah.
Well, but but I'm still, I don't know what's in the fund because I don't have the reports in there.
So as Ms. Brown said, she attached all the documents that showed that, correct?
I attached what
She
Julie
was
showed,
short.
I don't have a list of all the funds.
Yeah, she was short on funds when it comes to the payroll taxes for the road. So that's why we're here today in regards to, we need to do this transfer.
No, we're here today because of the wind waste project that
Mr.
you
Evans,
announced before
that's-
you even knew
We're not
about
talking
this
about reports
transfer.
right now. We're talking about the fiscal officer report. That's what we're talking about right now.
And thankfully, we did have this special meeting so that this could also be considered.
That's exactly right.
This special meeting was
That's exactly right.
announced before anybody even knew of this.
Correct, we
So
would have had to have had a special meeting, is my point, so it's good that it's been scheduled
Yeah,
and
and
this
she
can
was
get
able to
taken
get
care
these
of.
taxes taken care of for the end of this year. So that's a good thing.
I don't care if we need money or anything, but I don't know why we're transferring in general, that's what I can't figure out, when we just put 400,000 plus, who knows how much more in for the last time too.
That's what we're doing.
It's all going somewhere, but there seems to be, I don't think we spent, 3.8 million or
What was,
even 2.4 million this year on roads, even if you throw in all the salaries and everything. That's what it says we have in there.
Roll call.
Trustee Evans,
yes,
trustee Johnson,
Yes.
trustee McKee.
Yes. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Roll call. Second. Roll call.
You gotta do second, yes. Trustee Evans,
yes.
trustee Johnson,
Yes.
trustee McKee.
Yes.
11:45.